Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. Erling Haaland to Chelsea. What a massive signing this would be this summer, and it looks like it's starting to gather pace. We'll also be talking about Ruben Neves, Saul Niguez, Harry Kane and James Ward-Prowse, but let's start off with what would be a huge deal. The biggest deal of the summer. I don't care. Sancho to United, as a United fan, that's a big deal. Ronaldo leaving Juventus, that's a big deal. But Erling Haaland to Chelsea, the Champions League winners, signing the hottest young property striker in the world would be massive, especially considering that his release clause doesn't kick in till next year. So what's this all about? There are rumours in the English press of Chelsea being in for Haaland because everybody knows that Chelsea want a striker. But when it's coming from the German press and it's coming from Sport Bild, and what they're saying is that Dortmund are reluctant to sell Haaland this summer transfer window, but would find it hard to refuse a big money offer. And this is where it gets interesting because that's not going to be the hard part for Chelsea. Chelsea will put the money in to a player if they want them. I mean, they spent 70 million on Kepa. Was it 70 or 80 million? Come on. You can double that and get Haaland. At least you know you're getting a decent player that way. But with Haaland, remember that next summer he's got a release clause of 70 million. So if you're Dortmund and someone offers you 130 million now, yeah, you lose a really good striker, but you've just doubled your money. And is it worth losing half that money in a year? And I think that's always been the thing with Erling Haaland. Daniel Levy has said that he wants full money for Harry Kane, no swap deals. And that's going to be around 140, 130, 150 million. With Erling Haaland, same price, cheaper, younger, more growth. I think that this is a fantastic deal. It's the perfect deal for Chelsea. Will they do it? I mean, look, I've got to say as a United fan, it worries me a little bit. Not because anyone else will buy Sancho, but just if will Dortmund sell Sancho and Haaland? I mean, they can pocket over 200 million. They might do it. Why wouldn't you do it? But it could impact on that. But I don't think Chelsea are going to care about that. They want a striker. They want to win the league next year. They've just won the Champions League. And I think if I was a Chelsea fan and I was looking at this and I had a choice of strikers, look, Lukaku, probably going to stay at Inter. He said that. Harry Kane, very difficult to get from Spurs. Erling Haaland, look, you got to spend a bit of money to get him, but he's a great striker. Who would I rather have, Lukaku, Haaland or Kane? I'd rather have Haaland because younger, I think he's got a higher ceiling, and I think that, he probably suits Chelsea perfectly because what Chelsea sort of do with Tuchel is they do catch teams quick on the break, and he's a perfect striker for that. I think Tuchel's Chelsea is a perfect fit for Haaland. I don't think he would suit Man City. I don't really know about La Liga at the moment. I think Haaland's next step should be the Premier League because La Liga at the moment, he's obviously going to be a striker that changes every 3 years. And if he comes to the Premier League is hot at the moment. Go where it's hot. And I don't mean the weather. The weather's unpredictable. But La Liga in 3 years might come back again. I think it will do. But right now, it won't. What if he goes La Liga now? It's not good for 3 years while the Premier League's good. And then he leaves to come to the Premier League and La Liga becomes good. The time is right to come to the Premier League. And the time is right to go to Chelsea because, yeah, they've won the Champions League. But if he can be the striker that wins them the title. So I think Chelsea's a perfect fit for Haaland. They have got the money. And I tell you what Chelsea can do that Manchester United can't do or an Arsenal can't do. Is that they can deal effectively in a transfer window. A manager can say, I want Haaland, and the owner will go, I will go and get it. And I said this before. I was talking about it on the United stand. The contrast between how United deal with Dortmund and how Chelsea deal with Dortmund will be very, very clear to see. Dortmund have the upper hand with United. It's like, how high are you going to jump to get Sancho? They can say to Chelsea, we're not selling him, and Chelsea will come in and go, yes, you are. And Dortmund will go, yeah, yes, we are. It's like a Jedi mind trick. So I think that Chelsea will show Manchester United how you deal with Dortmund if they decide to do it. Because I do think that Dortmund will sell if they can get the money that they want. And I think Chelsea will be willing to offer that because they know how important it is to have a top-class striker. So really, really interested to see how this works out. I think for the Premier League it would be a good thing. It's not a great thing for me as a United fan. It's not a great thing for an Arsenal fan or a Spurs fan, maybe a Liverpool fan. But for a Premier League fan, it's good because I think it's the sort of signing that, we saw last season that Man City and Chelsea are very close now. If City are going to get a striker and Chelsea are going to get a striker, then I think Man City and Chelsea are going to become the two, the new dominant rivals. I mean, Liverpool will try and have something to say about that, but I think that's the way it looks. I think that's why Chelsea will try and do it because I think they know that that's the sort of signing that will give them that opportunity. So it'd be interesting to see how that plans out. Let's see. In other news, I mentioned about Harry Kane. Apparently Daniel Levy wants straight money for him. I mean, I don't know where Harry Kane's going to go. I really don't know who's going to have the straight £140 million to buy him. Chelsea probably, but they won't sell to Chelsea. So I don't know what's going to happen with Harry Kane. Ruben Neves is being linked with Arsenal again. Arsenal definitely looking for a midfielder, aren't they? And what if Neves is a good player? I can see Neves in an Arsenal shirt as well. I'd love to see him in a United shirt, but I can see him I can see Ruben Neves in an Arsenal shirt, and I think that would be another. I don't think Arsenal's problem is bad signings. I thought Pepe was a good signing. I think Partey was a good signing. Have they lived up to what I thought? No, but I still think they're good signings. And if they get Ruben, I do think that Edu is their technical director, I think, or sporting director. I think he's brought in the right players. With transfers, it's always a little bit hit and miss, but I think that's a decent signing. Ward-Prowse apparently not going to be leaving Southampton. And Saul Niguez being linked to Manchester City. I did a show this morning on the United Stand about Saul Niguez, but Manchester City, Bernardo Silva being mentioned as a potential swap deal. And I mentioned this deal not because I think it will happen, but because I do think that swap deals could be really important this summer. I'm not saying we're going to see loads of them. It's not like, when you've got your football stickers and you're swapping them with your mates. I don't think it's going to be to that extent. But we don't really see many swap deals. And I do think that we might see 2 or 3 big swap deals this summer. So I'm interested to see if that transpires or not. And maybe that's the sort of thing that Man City would do. Because I don't think Man City want to spend 80 million on Saul Niguez or 150 million on Harry Kane. I think what they'd like to do with Harry Kane is maybe give Man City 90 million and give them a couple of players like, maybe even a Sterling. Maybe a Bernardo Silva, maybe a Jesus or something like that. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with swap deals. Anyway, just a quick update. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Subscribe bottom right hand corner. You're very welcome. Remember, we've got Euros watch-alongs kicking off in just 3 days. We're going to be doing a Euros preview show on Thursday as well. Looking forward to that. So lots to come on this channel. Make sure you subscribe because the watch-alongs are going to be a little bit different from normal. There will be the normal stuff, but we've got some different plans as well. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So make sure you subscribe, smash a like on the video and get in the comments below. What does Chelsea do if they get Haaland? How does it make them title winners? Also, do you think it can happen? Where else should they be looking? Because they want a striker. Man City want a striker. What other options are there out there? Get in the comments below.